I sat in my seaward-facing, leather-covered Morris chair sipping freshly brewed coffee. I was deep in thought, pondering the message which my longtime companion Omu had recently awakened me to deliver. The gist of the message was, Sol System had recently received an interstellar transmission from our enemy, the assemblage. Included in that transmission was the mind data of an enemy operative. As planned, the enemy mind data had been downloaded into the SRP, short for the Simulated Reality Project. This was the virtual cage we had prepared for just such an eventuality. As I sat there in the dark room considering the matter, Omu waited nearby for my response. The android's very feminine-shaped frame was kneeling on her charging mat. Her posture was almost submissive, hands resting flat on upper thighs, back held rigid with her head slightly tilted downward. She typically waited in this position if it were just the two of us, only assuming a more natural human pose if there were others present. I'd stopped trying to get her to relax over a century ago, having long since realized that relaxation was just a human state of mind. As I thought, I gazed out the eastward-facing circular wall of glass studying the darkness beyond. I had disabled the low-light augmentation feature of my smart irises so I could watch the ending of night in its natural state. It was 5:34 in the morning local time, and true dawn was just 40 minutes away. My retreat's high cliff-top perch allowed an unobstructed view all the way out to the horizon. Nautical dawn had occurred 8 minutes ago, meaning I could now differentiate the water from the slightly brighter skies above. It was not a still scene as there were movements in both the sky and the waters below. The sky motions were caused by the flashes and flarings of dozens of orbiting satellites and space stations catching the reflecting pre-dawn sunlight. Below that heavenly show, the lower ocean movements were caused by the slowly shifting red and green running lights from the automated ore freighters cruising by the archipelago approximately 30 kilometers to the northeast. I squinted suddenly as the dark tabloid was interrupted by the lights coming on in the adjacent kitchen unit. My house guest, Adele Sol Chilean, was awake. She had been staying with me for the past 2 days after she had finally convinced me to agree to be interviewed for her research.